Hi, this is Brian Fitzgerald with DoltHub, and today we're going to walk through setting up a hosted Dolt instance. Before we get started, we have a couple different versions of Dolt that might make sense. Dolt is what you can run locally on your machine, on your server. If you can't put your data on the web, you can download Dolt today. It's free and open source. Hosted Dolt is going to be where the DoltHub team runs an online hosted instance for you where we manage everything. DoltHub or DoltLab is where you can manage your Dolt instances. DoltHub is online and managed by us. DoltLab you can download and run privately on your own servers. So let's get started in creating your first Dolt hosted DoltHub instance. A couple different ways to get started. On the home page, you can go right here to launch a database, or if you know the URL, which is just hosted.doltdb.com. You can go there. Now I'm already logged into the page, but you can log in by creating a username and password, Google Authenticate as well, or you can just set it up. If you have a different way to set it up for your business, you need to reach out to us for certain requirements. Send us an email. I'll be happy to work with you to get that set up for you. One of the things you're going to have to do before you can actually do a deployment is set up your billing. So I already have a credit card in here to do that. And then from there, you have your other account functionalities. The pricing is listed here. So if you need to map out your pricing, you can do that before selecting your instance. And then also when you do create an instance, we are going to mock up the pricing for you based on the size that you select, and then also the volume that you need. If you need a PKI certificate or anything for that for your server, we have this here for you too. You just have to select that. So I'm going to say create deployment, and we're going to get that running for you. All right, so that takes about a minute to create it for you, and we'll give you the host. We open it up on port 3306 and provide you with a username and password to connect to something like Table Plus. And then we'll also give you a script to open up the SQL shell in terminal. So I'll connect this to Table Plus now. All right, so in Table Plus, we're just going to go ahead and create a new connection. Dolt is MySQL compatible, so we'll select MySQL, and we'll say create. And then we just have to copy and paste the information that we provided to you on the hosted Dolt instance. All right, we have our information in there. Let's hit connect. All right, we've now connected to the database. If we go over to the log on the page as well, we'll see that we have a new connection. So now we can go back over to Table Plus and basically start using some basic SQL to start adding tables or data to your database. So initially, if you just want to, we can just take a look at what databases are in there. Right now, we just have information schema, so we can. All right, so now that we're in here, we can go ahead and create a database. So we created database 2 there. Now let's tell it to use a database. And now we can create a table and add information just like you would any other database. Dolt really is designed to be MySQL compatible, so once you have this up and running, you really don't have much to learn if you know MySQL. What you do have to learn is how to use Dolt's version capabilities in there, but we explain all that in our documentation. Now we can create this. All right, Table Plus let us know that the query was run and it was okay. Now we can add some information to that table. All right, so now we just inserted that into the table. So now we can get into some Dolt specific commands. So you can see how we would add this to the how we would actually add this to the database for staging, then commit it, and then also take a look at a diff. So first, to stage it, we're going to call on a Dolt add and select the table that we just added. So now we have staged this to be added to our Dolt database. Next, we're going to actually commit it to the database. To that, we're going to do select a Dolt commit statement. All right, and now you can see here that this worked. We got our hash here. And then finally, we can take a look at the Dolt diff to see what's changed. Now let's take a look at the diff here. Great. So now we have a commit hash. We can see we added the table employees. See that I was a user, and we have my message in there that I added Brian and with the data that we changed. If you want to learn more about how to use Dolt's version control from the documentation or from the SQL command line, check out our documentation or swing by our Discord. We can answer any questions to help you get started. Hope that you found this video helpful, and let us know what else you'd like to see.